Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. A big thank you to each and every one of you for your continued support. Kaka, I do not take your support for granted. Those of you who come here to support me, I really thank you. I'm here because you are, and you are because I'm here. Together, we move our country forward. We are headed to 94,000 subscribers, and that is a milestone I will never take for granted. Keep subscribing and keep sharing our content, ladies and gentlemen. If my video makes you happy, please share to friends. Back to Kenyan politics. Kaka, there is something I've noted since the debate of the finance bill started. One of the things we must understand, the church was used during the 2022 campaigns. The church was turned into political rallies where you find a ready-made ground with people. You do not pay for mobilization. The pastors were used to campaign on behalf of the Kenya Kwanza government. Little did they know that in this country, the Constitution of Kenya cuts across whether you voted for the government, whether you were in the other party at that time. Even after winning, the Constitution doesn't understand whether you are in opposition or you are in government. So, since the finance bill debate, the church has been so quiet about this issue. And I know the reason why. Kanisa ilisema William Ruto ni mtu wetu wa kikanisa. Do you know that is tribalism? Walisema is our fellow bishop. Na raundi hii tunataka tutoe walevi State House, tuweke sasa watu ambao wanajua kuomba, watu wanajua kwenda kanisani, na watu ambao wanaheshimu Mungu. Niulize sasa, mmefikia wapi? Kwa sababu the next people online ni makanisa. And I want you to mark this clear. I am not a prophet, but I'm speaking to each and every pastor. I'm not cursing you. Because kaka, whatever I speak here, lazima itafanyika. Next, kabla William Ruto hajatoka katika uongozi, kanisa lazima mutalipa ushuru. Number 2, kabla ya William Ruto kutoka katika uongozi, makanisa mengi ya kibinafsi yatafungwa. There is a plan to roll out a crackdown, and I fully support the idea, because kuna watu wanajiita mapasta lakini ndani ni umbwa mwitu. Mimi nimependa sana, kuna huyu Archbishop ambaye ninamwenzi na nampenda sana zaidi, anaitwa Archbishop Anthony Muheria. Anthony Muheria has boldly spoken, and he has actually been speaking. Kama mapasta na mabishop tungechukua mkondo wa Bishop Muheria, Kenya ingesaidika sana. Muheria amesimama Jumapili hii ambayo imepita, akaambia William Ruto, sikiza, Kenyans cannot breathe. It takes a bold Kenyan Unajua, the things that are happening in this country, not because watu wanapenda, lakini kwa sababu ya mambo ambayo yanafanywa na serikali. Nikupatie mfano. Kuna polisi alipiga magistrate risasi. Huyu polisi ambaye ni OCS, serikali haijachukua nafasi ili ijaribu kuelewa what transpired. Nimeona Ruto amepost condolence message ya magistrate. Ni sawa, lakini polisi yeye hajulikani. Though amefariki ni sawa, lakini have we gone to dig the reason why he did what he did? Was it out of stress? Was it a mental problem? And if that was the case, I see Ruto condemning the police. But can we still find the root cause of this so that next time we are able to defend ourselves? But we are blindly condemning the police without him to kwenda chini kujaribu kuelewa maisha ya huyu police officer kutoka hapa nyuma imekuwaje. Labda ni mtu amepitia machungu, labda amekuwa frustrated na serikali and he was ready to commit suicide. Kuna mambo mengi inapelekea mtu, like now I'm told the lady on the wheelchair, Nelson Harvey posted na akasema she was battling cancer na ameletwa koti on a wheelchair. As much as ni sheria ni sawa, but sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, wakati jambo limetendeka, can we find out the root cause of it? When we find the root, we are able to treat the branches and the leaves. But if we blindly treat the branches and the leaves, if the roots are rotten, still this tree, muti utakauka bado tena. Wakenya wanapitia stress mingi. That is why Muheri anasema, Mr. William Ruto, Kenyans cannot breathe anymore because of the punitive taxes you are putting on them. This is what he's saying. I'm going to play that clip. Let's not mince our words. We are overtaxing our people. And this disordered, disconnected, disjointed plan of increasing taxes or looking for new areas of getting taxes have a negative impact on our economy, and it's something to seriously injure the ordinary Kenyan. Listen to the voices of the people, because the economic situation is very unfavorable. We are strained economically, and our legislators should be guided by the conscience and not other influences. The indispensable issue that must underpin all decisions of the government and any legislation must be concerned and effects that those things will have on the poor people. Anything we do as leaders must have a major concern over impact on the poor in this country. It is not about how much KRA collects. It's about how our people can live a life worth living. Let us also think about how we are using these taxes. Currently, our children are in secondary schools are not receiving capitation. If NHIF cannot pay the bills in the hospitals, then where is the tax money going? It means it is being wasted. Can we listen to Bishop Muheria?
In this context, therefore, finance bill, let us not mince our words. We are overtaxing our Kenyans. And These disordered, disconnected, disjointed plans of increasing taxes, of looking for new areas of taxes, which could have been something more organic, systemic, that we have studied the whole system, is what we feel is one, affecting our country's economy, and secondly, is going to seriously injure the Kenyan, the ordinary Kenyan. We are not against taxes. We believe taxes is a good thing to bring and uplift the common Kenyan and give the social welfare. However, it must be in a rational way. Can we rationalize how we approach the taxes? Can we have a program that is within a year, 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, where we want to reach? Let us not try to achieve everything at a go at the expense of our Kenyans, especially the very poor. Let us also think about how we are using the taxes. These taxes, if currently our students in our schools are not receiving capitation, if currently NHIF cannot pay the bills even of the faith-based hospitals, if currently there is such a huge debt and so many hospitals have stopped taking the NHIF card, then why the taxes? If currently we are also having the problem that we want to remove the support of students in universities, which family is going to support 2 children in university with 200,000 shillings a year? Where is this money being used properly? Therefore, right use of these funds must be also a consideration. When we hear that 30% of the income of public funds is being lost in corruption, that's what we should tap. That's what we should stop. Those are the losses that we must cut, so that then they go towards creating a better economic system and environment. So it cannot be a disjointed conversation. We must talk to corruption. We must talk to the use of the taxes. And we must talk to a reasonable demand, especially to the middle class, lower Kenyan, and especially the lower Kenyan. The fares of boda boda have become impossible. People are walking more, and you don't have to go too far to see how many more people are walking. Our boda people, the income has reduced, the informal sector. Now we want to go there and still cripple it further. I feel there must be some other way we can sit, and we have experts who can assist us together with government so as to find a reasonable, progressive and rational and strategic way of achieving the same goals of uplifting our country. Therefore, we have appealed to the government to listen to those voices that have been brought in the public participation, those voices of many Kenyans that have said, we are overtaxed. The economic situation is very unfavorable. We are strained economically, and therefore give us a breather. Let's look for an alternative way. Our legislators, kindly, let us be guided by conscience. Let nothing else influence our decision. Listen to the people and forget about the political divisions and pressures. This is not about which side, which political persuasion you have. It's about the good of the welfare of Kenyans. Let us vote, let us legislate for what best serves more than 80% of this country, that are Kenyans receiving less than 30,000 shillings a month as a family income.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a bold talk. Bishop Muheria is asking the question I asked yesterday. The problem with money is not the income. The problem with money has always been how that money is being spent. You receive 10,000. What matters is not how you received. What determines the sustainability of that 10,000 is how you will spend that money. I told you, just go on internet, statista.com, do a comparison between Kenya's revenue collection, Tanzanian revenue collection, Uganda's revenue collection, and Rwanda revenue collection. In Kenya, we collect an average of 23 billion US dollars. Average. That money, when you add Uganda's revenue yearly, when you add Tanzania's revenue, when you add Rwanda's revenue, it brings a total of 22 billion US dollars in average. It is still below what Kenya collects in 1 year. So that simply tells you the revenue we collect in the Republic of Kenya in a year can run 3 countries to satisfactory. The revenue collected in Kenya can fully run Rwanda, Tanzania, Uganda at the same time. So the problem is not about increasing taxes. The problem is not about paying taxes. The problem in this country is how those taxes are being spent. That is what the problem is. We are too extravagant. We steal a lot, and still we want to burden Kenyans with punitive taxes. Ladies and gentlemen, 2027 is around the corner. Make a wise decision. Thank you so much. God bless you.